Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer found the screen on this monitor to be practically perfect, with an image quality so crisp it could be mistaken for a photograph. The viewing angle is remarkably wide, showing no color or picture shifting even when viewed from the very edge. This client notes that streaming video on it feels just like watching a high-quality television. While our reviewer doesn't engage in intensive gaming and can't speak to performance metrics like ghosting or bleeding, they did emphasize how impressive the black levels are. The blacks are deep and true, not the washed out or discolored tones often found on lesser displays. This purchase was made to replace a previous model from the same line that had been running 24/7 for over 2 years before it finally gave out. Our reviewer still uses another one of the older models right next to this new one and is pleased with the consistent, awesome picture quality. They are a firm believer in this type of screen technology, finding it provides excellent value and allows for working all day without any noticeable eye strain. Physically, the new unit matches the height of the older one, making for a seamless side-by-side setup. It's important to note that the stand is not height adjustable, offering only a front-to-back tilt, and it lacks VESA mounting holes for arms or wall brackets. A major aesthetic improvement is the nearly paper-thin bezel, a significant reduction from the previous version. The overall experience was made even better by the swift and careful delivery, which allowed our reviewer to get the new monitor set up and get back to their work-from-home day with virtually no downtime. The secure packaging and prompt arrival left this client thoroughly impressed.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer recently shared their experience with a budget-friendly 1080p IPS monitor, noting that for its category, you basically know what you're getting. Our reviewer was pleasantly surprised to find that this display could be pushed to 75 Hz and seemed to handle the higher refresh rate without any issues. While exploring the on-screen display OSD, they found the response time overdrive option was best left on normal, as the fast setting introduced a noticeable motion blur. For casual gaming, performance was acceptable once VSync was enabled to combat some significant screen tearing. The client also preferred to set the sharpening to 0, finding any higher setting made the image look overprocessed. One of the standout features was the user-friendly OSD, which has helpful on-screen guides that make navigating the menus much easier. Coming from a VA panel, our reviewer did notice that the colors on this IPS screen didn't seem quite as saturated. However, they acknowledged the trade-off, appreciating that this monitor didn't suffer from the smeary text and objects that can occur on slower panels when scrolling. A key consideration for potential buyers is the pixel density. As a large 1080p screen, it can look a bit pixelated if you sit too close, a mistake our reviewer admitted to making. The thin bezels are a nice touch, but the physical design has its drawbacks. The stand is quite basic, lacking any height adjustment, and the absence of a VESA mount means you're stuck with it. Connectivity is also limited to just HDMI and VGA, with no DisplayPort available. Despite these limitations, this client feels it represents a great deal, especially for someone looking for a secondary display who understands its compromises.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer recently purchased this display to pair with their MacBook Air while working at a desk. A larger screen wasn't necessarily a priority, but the 27-inch model was surprisingly more affordable than the 24-inch option at the time, so they decided to go for it. So far, they're very satisfied with the purchase, which was only delivered earlier today. The display boasts a sleek design, featuring an impressively thin bezel, discreetly placed buttons along the bottom edge, hidden from the front view, and a stylish back panel adorned with the manufacturer's logo. It integrates seamlessly with the reviewer's laptop, delivering clear and crisp visuals. While acknowledging that superior monitors might exist for demanding tasks like streaming or gaming, this client plans to primarily use it for everyday activities such as online shopping, bill management, and casual YouTube viewing. For these purposes, it's proving to be an excellent value. A minor point worth mentioning is a common issue reported in other reviews regarding scuff marks on the screen upon unboxing. Our reviewer also experienced this, attributing it to the soft white wrapping used during shipping rubbing against the screen. However, this proved to be an easy fix. They gently wiped the screen with a damp paper towel, followed by drying it with a cloth. Repeating this process a few times gradually diminished the smudges until they completely disappeared. So if you encounter similar marks, don't be alarmed. A gentle cleaning should resolve the issue quickly.
That's all for today. If you like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments.